Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to physics class. Today class, I would like to present mainly two topics. First one, pressure in fluids, and second one, buoyancy and buoyant force. Can you say what are fluids? Fluids are the things that can flow. Examples, liquid and gaseous substances. Like as a solid exerts pressure on a surface due to its weight, fluids also exert pressure on the base and walls of the container in which they are enclosed. Molecules of a fluid move randomly and collide with walls of vessel in which they are contained. What is meant by random collision? It is a kind of collision in which molecules of a fluid can move in anywhere and in any direction. That is, it can move and collide with neighboring molecules and also with walls of vessel in which they are enclosed. It shows that fluids apply pressure on walls of its container. One important law connected to fluid pressure is Pascal's law. It is also called Pascal's principle, which states that in a fluid at rest in a closed container, a pressure change in any part is transmitted without loss to every portion of the fluid and to the walls of the container. This principle was first enunciated by the French scientist Blaise Pascal. Here, pressure exerted in any confined mass of fluid is transmitted undiminished in all directions. The next topic I am going to teach you is buoyancy and buoyant force. What is importance of studying the concept buoyancy? In this slide, there are given three pictures and also given three questions. There are three questions and each question is therefore its corresponding picture. First one is, why do swimmer seem to weigh less in water? Second question is, why can boats made of steel float on water when a bar of steel sinks? And third question is, why does a bucket of water feel heavier when taken out of water from well? These questions can be answered only by knowing the concept buoyancy. Now you understood the importance of studying the concept buoyancy. Now, haven't you understood the importance of studying the concept buoyancy? Let me do two activities to understand the meaning of buoyancy. See the first activity. Arrange a bucket on a table. Fill it with water up to 1/2 portion of it. Place a football on the water in the bucket. What can you observe? You see that it floats on the water. Push the ball into the water. When it is immersed completely inside the water, release the ball. What can you observe? You observe that the ball bounces back to the water surface. Why does it happen? What is the force to bring it back to the surface of water when the ball is released? Before going to answer the questions, let me do second activity. Take an empty plastic bottle, close the mouth of the bottle with an airtight stopper. Put it in a bucket filled with water. What can you observe? You observe that the bottle floats. Push the bottle into the water. You feel an upward push. Try to push it further down. You will find it difficulty to push deeper and deeper. Now release the bottle. You observe that the ball comes back to the surface at that moment. Why does it happen? From these activities, it understood that water exerts efforts on the object in upward direction. This upward force exerted by the water goes on increasing as the object is pushed deeper till it is completely immersed. You know that the objects which are to be immersed in water have weights due to the gravitational force of the earth. Then you think, why do not the objects stay immersed in water after they are released despite of their weights? When objects are placed on water, they are pulled downwards due to their weights, but water exerts an upward force on the objects. Due to this upward force, they are pushed upwards. These two activities also show that downward force is required to immerse the objects in water. When the objects are immersed, the upward forces acted by the water are greater than their weights. To keep the object, here the football or the bottle, completely immersed in water, upward force on the object due to the water must be balanced. This can be achieved by applying an external downward force. This must be at least equal to the difference between the upward force and weight of the object. This upward force acted by the water on the object is called upthrust or buoyant force. I told about force applied by the fluid or a solid which is partially or fully submerged in it is called the buoyant force. Then what is this phenomenon called? This phenomenon is named as buoyancy. That is, buoyancy means a tendency shown by a solid object to float on fluid due to the upthrust or the buoyant force exerted by the fluid on the object. Now to keep the object immersed, we have to apply external force from upward direction to overcome the buoyant force. You remember that buoyant force acts in upward direction and it depends on the density of the fluid. Its SI unit is Newton. All objects experience a force of buoyancy when they are immersed in fluids. See this slide. Here one question is there. What is upthrust? Upthrust is a force that only exists in liquids such as lakes, oceans, swimming pools, and even cups of tea. It is a push that always goes straight up against the direction of gravity. It is the common understanding of upthrust. Now you are going to study about what are the factors upon which the buoyant force depend on. Buoyant force depend on three factors. First one, volume of the object immersed in fluid. Second one, density of the fluid. And third one, acceleration due to gravity. Buoyant force is represented by F, which is equal to V dg, where V be the volume of the object immersed in liquid, d be the density of the liquid, and g be the acceleration due to gravity. See this slide. There are two blocks of wood given. An elephant is standing on second block. Which block does experience more upthrust? Answer is second one, because it has more weight due to this elephant. So, upthrust experienced by second one is more than first one. Dear students, today's homework questions are given in this slide. Please, you have to work out these question answers by today itself. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.